Okay guys, it's been a few days. Here I come again. Sneak past the doorway there because the camera's in the doorway of that room. Shining into the hallway, right? Or looking into the hallway. Looking into the hallway, that's better, right? So, I've been gone for a few days. Hopefully you guys have been working on gathering stuff, right? For the get home alive bag, right? If you guys have questions or whatever, you need help finding something, just email me. I'm working on a lot of things too. I mean, I'm working on my land for one. I got some things going on I need to fix, fences and stuff like that, right? Because I grow a lot of my own food right now because you should. Right, so you're looking at me like, what's he got on? I know everybody's wanting to know what I'm wearing, right? So, but first I'm gonna have a sip of this coffee. I like to drink about 1 to 2 pots a day sometimes to keep me up and running, you know. Just kidding. I might drink a pot a day. It's maybe a pot and a half sometimes. But I don't think I've ever done 2 pots. Right? Alright, so we got a lot of stuff going on here on the channel, right? We got a lot of things that we're talking about, and we've done some stuff, but we haven't done it all yet because everything is a work in progress. Everything is a work in progress because a lot of this stuff takes a lot of time and preparation that I don't have, and I'm trying to do a lot of things for you guys in my spare time. When I have spare time, I'm working on things for upcoming videos, right? And as you guys know, if you've been watching, I decided to do a get home bag for myself, a modern one that works with the times that we're in right now. So I am also preparing that. I'm not a surplus store, despite what many of you may think. And I'm not a prepper store, right? I look around for stuff too, small things to fill in gaps that I may have. And then also I want to make notes because on things that I'm thinking about, I write things down because I want to put everything, I want to be very precise about a lot of things because there are a lot of small details in the things that we're talking about, especially when it comes to the land navigation stuff, which we will be covering land navigation, grid coordinates and that whole 9 yards. I think I'm just going to order a map. I'm going to order a map just for teaching purposes, and so that will take, you know, like a week. So it's going to be a little bit for the land nav, but not a long time, okay? I got a lot of stuff that I want to do. But also, these, like I said, these things need to be talked about in depth. Now, I've written some stuff out here on the whiteboard about MinuteMan stuff, okay? So I'm going to take a picture of it and then I'm going to clear it, right? Because I'm getting ideas for my whiteboard presentations that I want to do. So I'm going to clear all that, and then when it comes back time to talking about all of the MinuteMan stuff, then you'll see this whiteboard again. I'm going to clear this today. By the way, this is an old pith hat, right? This is an old pith hat. It's a real one. It's in khaki color, but it's more of a coyote brown and tan. Very old, but they used to soak those in water. So they'd soak them in water and then put them on your hat, keep you cool over there in Africa and stuff, right? So, talking about what I've got on right now. What I've got on right now, I call this a mule setup. Mule. That's not an acronym. It's just that you're a pack mule, right? You're carrying stuff. So, and the reason why I put this together is before we get to any of the MinuteMan stuff, okay, before we talk about that in depth, because we are going to talk about that in depth, because we have to differentiate between a standing army and the civilian Minuteman militia. Okay, we have to differentiate between those two. Okay, when it comes to your equipment, all of your kit is, you know, and everything, and the mindset and all of that. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff that we got to go over to help you understand the differences between how a standing army is going to be able to operate versus how you are going to be able to operate as a militia or a Minuteman. Okay, now this mule setup, I cobbled this together out of pieces parts, right? You see this? So I just grabbed stuff that I had laying around in a room, and I said, I'm just going to put this together. I need to haul some stuff, right? So as you can see, my arms, look, see my arms, right? I mean, I can't swing my arm backward easily because I got that saddle bag there, right? So that is a Molly 2 sustainment pouch, okay? So that way you can go look that up real quick. Don't buy them all up because everybody needs them too, right? What else am I wearing? On the back, I'm wearing that issued Eagle. That is the Eagle Industries general purpose butt pack. Okay, so I threw that on the back. This is great for medical gear, by the way. And then I got these two Molly 2 sustainment pouches for saddlebags. Okay. Because I'm a pack mule right now, right? I could also throw a ruck on, or I could throw on a chest rig, like a Rhodesian chest rig. Could do that too, okay? Now, Rhodesian chest rig, you're going to have lots of magazine pouches, you know, power bar pouches, right? So, what else am I wearing here? So, I found this old belt, okay? This old belt, as a matter of fact, it's so old that the elastics to hold these extra webbing from when I pull it tight are wore out, okay? And I got this new. It came off of a pack of some sort. I don't remember what it was, but it came off of a pack. I wore the pack out into tatters, and I kept the belt because I kept an attachable piece that went onto that pack, and the rest went bye-bye. Okay, so I look to scavenge pieces, parts from anything that wears out. I look to scavenge the parts from that. Anything that looks like it could be good and useful maybe later, I'll scavenge anything good off of there, and then the rest goes away. But this belt, which was designed to carry things with Pal's webbing and Molly, right? I thought, well, I'll keep that. Could be useful in the future. In the back of the belt, there's nothing to attach to, because it was on a small pack, right? So it had some Velcro there, so when you slid it in there to where the lumbar support was on the pack, you slid it behind there, and it Velcroed in place so it wouldn't move around and stuff, right? So anyway, when I took the belt out of there, I removed all that Velcro crap. I took it out. I took it out with this, a seam ripper. You guys need to be very familiar with how to hand sew, okay, and little implements like that to make your life easier, right? So now, moving on, I got these ATS load-bearing straps, okay? The fella that owns this company is a former Special Forces guy, and anyway, this is very thin. I've got a couple of sets of these. I've got a setup, a web gear setup in the other room there. I showed it to you the other day. I picked it up here on video, but that's going to be my primarily autumn and fall setup, okay? And I got the ATS webbing on those. I love these because you can put anything on top and you do nothing. You don't feel nothing. There's nothing there. I'm gonna copy this design in olive drab for my spring summer setup, okay? And all of that stuff will be coming out in the MinuteMan videos. Why am I talking about all of this belt kit, all of this web kit? Why? Because it's the best, okay? It really is the best for the civilian Minuteman militia soldier, okay? So right now what I'm doing is I'm force multiplying, all right? I'm trying to teach people stuff that they don't know. They don't know. So people that know stuff, you need to be a force multiplier, and you need to make videos to help people get educated on things so that when it hits the fan, and it's going to hit the fan, when that revolt happens, it was predicted in the Bible. It was prophecy in the Bible. There's a revolt, okay, in the end days. When it hits the fan, people need to be ready. You need to be leaders. You need to take charge, and you need to do what you need to do to get people up to speed, right? Speaking of speed, I know that you look at me and you say, well, that guy's not built for high speed, you know. No, you know what? I'm not 20 years old anymore, but when I was young, I could run a marathon and then go have a cheeseburger, and it wouldn't have been an issue. You know what I mean? Now, okay, I can't run a marathon, but I'm sneaky, okay, and that makes up for something. Plus, I got a lot of knowledge. So, check you out these ATS load-bearing webbing straps, like 20 bucks, okay? ATS. The guy's got a lot of cool stuff on his website. I don't know what else he has. I haven't been there in a while. But it's something for you to look at for low profile. The only thing that I wish for in this is I wish for some PALS loops webbing on this, so that I could maybe attach a compass, knife, whatever, you know, those sorts of things on here if I need to, right? Now, we will talk about more of that stuff in the next videos when it comes to these Minuteman videos. We will be talking about real estate when we talk about our kit. Where are we going to put stuff, and why, and why not, right? We'll talk about all that, okay? Make sure you keep your bang stick, okay? You want to keep that area clear, whichever side you're on, right? Okay? Keep that real estate somewhat clear so you're not getting all bumbly and stuff in there. Come back in another video, guys. I'll see you there.